Mark Smith with Family Tree Counseling Associates, and I'm in a little different location this week. Every year in February, I take a writing trip to Clearwater Beach. It's just sort of become a tradition, and I'm here mainly doing some marketing stuff this week. And the title of the video today is "The Shame, Abandonment, and Affair Recovery Business is on Fire." Now this is going to be a little bit different of a video than what I normally do. I normally pick a topic and sort of hit on that topic, and actually today I'm trying to build a community of followers and people that have been touched by the videos, people that have been touched by my articles, my books, my blogs. So this is actually just sort of catching. I apologize for the birds. They're singing. This is going to be a video sort of catching everybody up with some really exciting news of things going on in my practice and in my writing. So the number one exciting thing is just this week I was able to add all 6 of my books to Amazon.com. With the arrangement that I have with my vendor that sells my books, ClickBank, I was previously under the impression that I could not sell my books through Amazon, but after further clarification, I can, and I'm on there. And so that's really exciting. If you look up the word abandonment under the Amazon.com, under the Kindle section, I'm on the first page, and I'm on the first page for Healing Shame. So really exciting stuff. Now, in terms of building community, I want to let everybody know who's watching the video, if you've read one of my books, I have a favor to ask of you, if you should be so kind. And the favor is, if you would mind getting on Amazon and looking up that book. It would take you seconds to do that, and then write a review for that book. You know, I have 6 books on there, and a lot of my followers have made reviews for the abandonment book just in the last day or two. But some of the other books haven't been represented with reviews yet. So if my books have touched you, a book on the affair, or a book on counterdependency for men, or whatever, the book on abandonment, you know, the book on shame, the new book on shame, if any of those books have meant something to you and they've touched you, and you got an extra 5 minutes, that would be so wonderful, and I would be so thankful if you could do that for me. So the second exciting thing is, upon arrival here in Clearwater Beach, I created a new product. And the new product actually is, I feel like now I have 2 really long, really solid, powerful books about really one of the most important topics there is, and that is, you know, abandonment and shame. Those are the twin brothers of destruction and devastation in relationships and in lives. And I bundled them together and made one product out of them, so you could just pay one price and download both books, as well as the 2 free books that I always give people. So you get 4 books, and it's only $19.95 until Tuesday, until this Tuesday, whatever that is, the 20, whatever it is. Let's see, 23rd, 24th, 25th. At the end of the 25th, what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave that price at $24.95. So if you do enjoy my books and you've been wanting to get the shame book and the abandonment book, then $19.95 for 2 of them. So it'll never be lower than that, I assure you folks. I just wanted to do that since I was bundling it. I wanted to give somebody, you know, everybody some savings. So so that's exciting. The next exciting thing is, you know, I always write my books. I've got 6 of them. But I've gotten a lot of requests for a lot of different reasons to make an audiobook product. And the reason I haven't was I wanted to start by working on my writing. But I myself, I got to be honest with you, I really don't sit down and read books. I listen to them. I probably listen to 2 books a week in and week out. I love to listen to books. I'm not much of a book reader. So there's a lot of people like me. It seems like a lot of times men are sort of on the go, and if they're going to a sales conference and they've got a 3-hour drive, they'll listen to a book then, but they won't listen to a book necessarily, or they won't sit down and study one and read one. So I am going to make an audiobook. A guy contacted me and he said sometimes people have abuse in their backgrounds, many times, of course. And he said that sitting down and really focusing in on a book is really difficult for him because it brings up his post-traumatic stress stuff. And he said he's found that his recovery is better served and he learns better through audio. So I was leaning in that direction. I just felt like that was the universe tipping me over in that direction. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the book that I've already written called The Secret to Healing Your Marriage After an Affair, and I'm going to double the size of it by the writing, and then I'm going to turn it into an audio book. I was joking earlier today and said that I'm going to maybe get a professional to come in and read, James Earl Jones to read my book. It's probably going to be me, folks. And I'll try not to cough. You guys know how I cough, and it's so irritating. I get so many complaints. And I'm going to try not to say every third word. But I think I can do that. I'm going to turn a room into a studio, a professional studio, and get a professional mic. But what people don't understand is people sort of see me as the abandonment issue expert or now the shame expert. But if I had to tell somebody what my main expertise was, my main expertise is working with couples where there's been an affair and where the person cheated upon feels vindictive and bitter and harsh and angry and simmering with wrath and reactivity, shifting that person into forgiveness. I do that as good as anybody, I think, on the planet. That's what I do, because the paradigm that I share really fits that, and it fits it well, and my personality is just tender enough but abrasive enough to reach in and sort of grab hold of people who need to be shifted in their paradigm. Stephen Covey said, if you want to help somebody quickly, change how they think. And I've probably, honestly, saved hundreds of marriages where there's been some form of infidelity that would have ended in divorce, but they came early enough in the process and they were teachable enough for me to shift the paradigm of the person who mistakenly thought they were victimized and shift them into a recovery mentality. So I'm excited about that. I want to be known, frankly, as the guy who helps couples with infidelity issues, because that's what I do best in my own personal practice. I love talking about abandonment issues. I have a lot of personal experience with it, both in my relationship and in my childhood. I love teaching about shame, but what I love talking about more than anything is to take a marriage that is hanging by a thread and shift it. And sometimes it can happen in a heartbeat. It can happen that quick, and it can make all the difference in the world. And I'm thrilled when that happens. So that's exciting. I began the writing process with that, and that will take time. But I think the actual making of the audio will be easy and quick, and I fully expect to always like to shoot for September, and I think I'll probably have it done before then, and we'll see how that sells in the marketplace. I think it's going to do quite well, so that's exciting. The fifth thing that's exciting is I recently had a staff meeting, and I was talking about vision to my staff members at Family Tree Counseling near Indianapolis. And I held up the most recent copy of Psychology Today, and on the back of it, there was a picture of a woman on an iPad, and she was the therapist. And it was advertising a new form or brand of, it's like Skype for therapists. It's an organization where you arrange your therapist through that organization. I forget what it was called, but I held it up and I told my staff, I said, this is not only the future of therapy, it's the present. And that's been my experience. Probably a third of my caseload now is people from California, Montana, Australia, Belize, Alabama, really all over the country. Had a couple new clients in Texas this week. So, and I think it's going to become the norm even for local therapy. Why drive 45 minutes to see your therapist when it really works almost, it's about 10% less interpersonal than being there in person. And is that worth a 45-minute or a half an hour drive? My therapist that I see is it takes me about 45 minutes. And I'm going to see if he'll see me via Skype because it's just so much more convenient. But those of you who live far away, anywhere in the English-speaking world, where you have good Wi-Fi, you can't have bad Wi-Fi. It freezes up and it doesn't work. But if you have sort of normal, good Wi-Fi, it really can be something that you can pick a worldwide expert in an issue and not just the best local therapist who maybe doesn't even know about abandonment or shame or have much of a clue about how to deal with affair recovery. So that's so exciting and it's fun and it's just neat getting to know people from different parts of the world and different parts of the country. And I just encourage people. I have a staff of actually 12 therapists now, counting the interns, and they all need work. And they all have, some of them have sliding scales in terms of what they accept for payment. So if you want to see a therapist that I trained and understands abandonment issues, understands recovery issues and shame, and that you're not a victim and you marry your issues from your childhood, then give me a call at 317-507-8866 or text me or email me. I'll put that on the screen and we'll get you hooked up. Or if you want to work with me, now if you want to work with me, I'm a little pricey. It's $175 for a 50-minute session. And I don't have a lot of availability, but I am available. If you want to see me, I'll make time to see you anywhere across the country. So that's what's going on at Family Tree. I could go on with other exciting things. We do have 2 really awesome new interns. Our website is absolutely blowing up. Oh, you know what? I think I skipped one. Let's go back here. There was another exciting thing, and that's YouTube. Our YouTube, sorry for the background here. Our YouTube channel is amazing. We have now 77,000 views as of the end of February, lifetime views. And we're getting 12,000 every 30 days. And we're getting almost 90,000 minutes every 30 days of views. And we get phone call. I got a phone call the other day from a a woman in London. I was just sitting there, and a woman in London calls. I was sitting by the pool, and we had a nice little talk. The world is small now. The world is not big. We are an international community, and with YouTube, people all over the world are able to connect with good information, information that can change lives. And I just encourage you to check out our YouTube channel, which is Family Tree Counseling on YouTube. And I think we have currently, this will be the 190th video. And we have 633 people that have signed up as subscribers. And the cool thing is it used to be the Mark Smith and Jerry Wise show. It was just the two of us who were making the videos. But the cool thing is now Andy Holzman, my partner of many years, many years, that we started working together in '87, and then he joined Family Tree in '91. So Kathy Henry, who in her second video had more views than anybody in the practice in her second video for a 2-week period. Made an amazing video on shame. Christy Alosio has been getting tons of views with her videos, and also Javon Lockhart, who has been making videos in a really relaxed way in her home, sitting on the couch and just putting out some fantastic information. So our staff, we're all banding together to get the message out that recovery works, and the way to do therapy is to focus on your family of origin, to use a genogram, to focus on issues like abandonment and shame, and it's reaching people all over the world. So we're just, I'm just thrilled with all the excitement that's going on. And so again, I want to encourage you, if you have time, to go to Amazon.com and just look up Mark Smith, and you'll find 6 of my books. And if you've read, also I wanted to say too, if you're watching this and you haven't read one of my books, but you want to, and you'd be willing to write a review, I'll give you a free book. Just email me at the email address on the screen, and I will email you any of my first 5 books. You won't get the brand new one, just out of release here last week. But the rest of them, I'll give them to you for free, as long as you, when you're done, put a review. Hopefully a positive review, but you know, however you see it is good. So thank you so much for watching the video today. I apologize for the screaming birds and the guy walking by with the cell phone, but I wanted to do this outside to just give you a sense of where I'm at and what I'm doing. God has really blessed me to be able to get away sometimes and be creative. I don't know why. The beach is sort of a sacred place for me, and I am at my most creative when I'm at the beach. And I write better there, and I think better there, and I can reach the world better from the beach than I can from sitting in my office all day long. So thank you again for watching, and God bless.